Hey gorgeous, this is episode number 224. You are listening to Heart Sales Podcast. I'm your host, Christine Schlonski, and it is Variety Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in and investing your time to listen to Heart Sales Podcast. And today I would just love to celebrate with you. 2 years ago, April 30th, I let go of my job as a sales director. So it's been 2 years now that I actually had my last day at work on April 30th, 2018. And I am so in awe, first of all, how fast time passes, how much you can achieve in such a short time, and what's possible. So today I would love to inspire you to really think about where do you want to go? What do you want to create? How do you want to show up in the world? And ask you these powerful questions. If doubt creeps in, if fear creeps in, if you're not quite sure if you are on the right path, just ask, why not? Why not you? Remember, you have this amazing gift that only you have. So you are totally unique in this world. What can you do to bring more of your amazing gift into the world? That can be as an entrepreneur, that can be as an employee. You are special. So what are you putting out for your people, for the people who are following you, for the people who are watching you, and you might not even realize that? What are you putting out in this beautiful world that makes the world a better place? Because the more impact you have, the more money you will probably have, because money follows impact. Obviously, you need to ask for money. You need to make offers. If you give your stuff for free, you potentially can have big impact, but you will never get paid for it. So the bigger your impact is actually when you start charging your price. Because people will not just invest money and time and their energy to work with you, money makes it possible to get them invested into what you are offering, into the transformation you are helping them to get. So really be mindful of what you want to put out there. And if you are in that internal debate where you say, well, I don't know if this is right for me. I don't know if I can go there. So for me, I really debated that question. Should I let go of my job? And the question was, well, what is the worst case scenario that can happen? And the worst case scenario actually was, well, I let go of my job. I'm going through this internal pain of letting go of my clients, letting go of my team, letting go in what was in my comfort zone and what I knew I was able and capable to do. And I was pretty darn good at it. Letting go of that paycheck, letting go of everything that was so familiar. And the worst case scenario would be like ending up with egg in my face and, having to look for another job. So once you've written out your worst case scenario, what is the best case scenario? What could potentially happen when you start following your dreams, when you start following your heart, when you start giving your gift to the world and you get well compensated? What is that magic and what's this gonna look like? And get really clear on your ideal picture. And I can tell you this will really uplift you and motivate you and inspire you. So I had this internal conflict for quite some time. Should I let go? Should I try to go out on my own? Should I really give my gifts to the world in a way that I have not given them before? And looking back, the journey was pretty challenging, right? I went through a lot of fears, a lot of doubt, a lot of, not really knowing what to do and frustrations. But there was so much more. Every single thank you of a client, every single you have changed my life with your sales mentality makeover masterclass, Or I could not stop writing and taking notes so I can implement from your Heart-Centered Lead Generation Summit. Or I love listening to your podcast. I'm actually binge listening right now. And, just helping people and seeing how they evolve just makes me so, so happy. And that's worth every single step of the journey, because it has been those challenges, but also overcoming these challenges and really bringing more of me into the world is such a reward. And I just would love for you to see that yourself. What can you bring to the world? Not everybody is born to be an entrepreneur, but how can you be better at your job? Or if you're thinking about transitioning, how can you be brave, but also prepare at the same time so you don't stand there without anything in your hands just because you were so fed up one day that you had to go? What can you do now to really start having influence and impact in other people's lives by giving your gifts? So what would happen if you really go for the flow and your intuition? How would you make the world a better place? How would that look like to you? And if you just sit down and just write it all out, that will be such tremendous support for you. So I filled tons and tons of journals, and I regularly journal. I try to journal every day. To be honest, it's not working out every day because sometimes I just don't feel like it, and then I don't want to force myself. But right now I'm really back in that routine where I constantly journal every single morning, where I have the conversation with myself of where I see heart cells going, how I see that I can positively impact thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs to find their voice, to really have their own services and products that they love to sell, because that means they get to serve. That means they understand that sales is love. That means they make their dreams come true because all of a sudden they have money flowing in, and with money flowing in, they can give even more. They can start building teams, and they can start supporting themselves and their families and their loved ones, and they can really make this impact in the world. So my question for you is, why not you? What is holding you back? Write it out, reframe it, and then just go for it. If it's fear and doubt, take it, let it fuel you instead of having it in your way as an obstacle that you can't overcome. Every entrepreneur I've talked to on Heart Cells podcast had some kind of doubt, some kind of fear, some kind of obstacle they had to overcome. And they probably have obstacles they have to overcome in the future as well. But that did not hold them back to create this massive, massive success. So if they can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So please sit down, take out your journal, take your beautiful pen, and just start to write. How would your life look like if it was really more than just your wildest dreams? And then ask your question, why not you? And put down, what have you learned? How do you feel about it? What are people saying about you? And just know that you are more appreciated in this world than you think you are. You mean so much more to so many more people than you think that you have that meaning to others. So trust. Fall into trust. Trust that all is well, and that you can create your own magic by having the right thoughts, the thoughts that are true for you, not for someone else. And then write it all down. Fill it out. Get your big, big vision. Stop playing small. Put your big vision on. And with that big vision, all you need to do is take one step at the time. All you need to do is keep moving forward. And when you're stuck, get unstuck. And all of a sudden, you are going to wake up, maybe a year from now or two, and you will look back because it's like this anniversary day of leaving your job, or the anniversary day of creating your company, or the anniversary day of getting your first high-end client. Whatever it is, you will look back and you will see what kind of magic you were able to create. And wherever you are right now, just let me know by writing to info@christineschlonski.com so that I can celebrate with you. I can cheer you on. And if you want more empowerment, sign up for the empowerment notes at christineschlonski.com. Join the tribe of heart-centered entrepreneurs who are out there to make the world a better place and to get the freedom they really truly desire and to make possible what they desire to make possible in this beautiful world. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in this beautiful world. And I'm saying bye for now.